Welcome back to another episode of KiwiFields. I am standing here at the place where I left you last episode, where we cleared out all of this entire area. So in this episode, I will probably finish my pumpkin and melon farm, which will be around here. Or actually, I will probably make it floating in the air here, because then we have more place for villagers. Because I will also make the trading hall, maybe in plural, because I will maybe make one big hole here and one more right here. So we have, I think, yeah, we have some farmers here and some more things. Maybe this could just this other hole could just be for enchantments, which could be really cool. Up here, I of course have my iron farm, and I have had a look at the traits that the different kinds of villagers give, and I've seen that you can actually trade iron as well. So not only do we have soon, I hope at least, have a fully automatic pumpkin and melon farm over here, which will provide us with emeralds. We also have we also have a full automatic iron farm over here, which also can be converted into emeralds, which is pretty cool. Which means that we can get a lot of emeralds pretty quickly. But I just think that we should skip all of this random nonsense and get right into building this giant Melon&Pumpkin farm. But I of course need a lot of resources to build this farm. To do this project, we will need a couple of things. Firstly, we need 7 stacks of iron blocks, 5 stacks of nether quartz, 2 and almost 2.6 stacks of redstone blocks, 55 stacks of cobblestone, 37.5 stacks of logs, 5 stacks of any kind of solid block, 5 stacks of glass, just because I think it looks cool, and 12 stacks of dirt, 21 stacks of pumpkin and melon seeds, 16 glowstone blocks, and we also need 34 trapdoors. These materials, some of them at least, will be crafted into these redstone resources. So we need 612 hoppers, 396 pistons, 318 observers, and 396 nut blocks. The reason why these numbers are so high is because that I want to make this design block for block, almost at least, but times 3, which will be pretty cool and will probably get me a lot of melons and pumpkins, which will probably get me a lot of emeralds, which will make me very happy. So that is what we're going to do in this episode. I don't know if I have all the resources. If I don't, I will probably have to grind a little. Spoiler, I don't. I have now searched my base, and I have found out that I have actually got most of the resources. I have them down here. Down here at my chests, I have the resources almost, at least. I need a lot of cobblestone, so I have the amount of cobblestone I need. I have my redstone, my quartz. I didn't actually know that I had that much quartz, but I of course had the amount of iron I needed. I have some solid blocks which aren't cobblestone, because it would be a little boring if they are all just cobblestone. I then have all 12 stacks of dirt, 34 oak trapdoors, and my glass. Up here, I have the things that I don't have yet. I need 16 glowstone blocks, and I need all in all, I calculated wrong before, so I need, just check my sheet. I need 380 18 pieces of pumpkin seeds and melon seeds. So basically 2 stacks and a half of each. I then also need my a lot of logs, of course. I've marked out this entire space, which is all supposed to just be logs. I think what I will do is that I will take what's it called? Find an open field, which could probably be here, or I'll just show you where I've been mining before. Me being the smart person that I am, went ahead and kinda recorded a spoiler for Kiwi, and therefore my recording looks kinda weird in this clip. So what I actually want to use is this field. I would probably take down all of these trees and then plant some birch trees. Oh, maybe I can do it over there. No, I'll do it here. It's closer to the base. The reason I'm using birch trees is because birch trees won't make these very irritating trees. These trees, as you see here, as you probably also know if you play Minecraft, are pretty tedious to take down. They the reason is that they have all of these. It's a big tree, first of all, so you need to build up and take them out. The second reason is that these logs can be placed almost randomly everywhere in the core of the tree, which means that for it to decay like this, it takes a long time, and it is just much quicker to use birch trees, because as you can see here, birch trees, they don't do that. Here's an example of an oak tree which doesn't do that as well, but birch trees are, first of all, if I can show you, they are taller, as you can see here, and they don't do that irritating thing, which makes them the perfect fit for farming trees. If you just want tree and not any kind of special color, which I don't need to. So that's the easiest way to do, and that I will do. I'll just go sleep first, and then I will probably start a time lapse. I will also go gather up some glowstone. So we will see each other on the other side of the time lapse. We have got all we need to make the farm, finally, and I'm so happy that we've done this finally, because I need levels, and also, of course, emeralds, and of course, what I've been craving the whole entire series, pumpkin pie. And when I get a lot of emeralds, I can of course get that, and that is what. Wait, stop. Okay, wait, sorry. Like that. So what I will do is that I will get a lot of, as said before, I will get a lot of melons and pumpkins, and I will trade them to the villagers, and I will get those sweet emeralds, which I can trade into those sweet pumpkin pies. And those sweet pumpkin pies will make me very happy. So now that we're done with the resource gathering for this farm, let's continue. Actually, no, that's not what it's called. Let us start building. So now, guys, we have finally completed the quest that we started in episode 2, which makes me very happy that we've finally done this. I've been AFK at this for around about 24 hours, and as you can hear, it is running fine. I've been standing AFK at this spot for around about 24 hours, and I've got quite a lot of pumpkins and melons. This isn't even it all, because over here I've been slowly turning these melons into these melon slices into melons, and I have a lot of melons now, plus all of my pumpkins and a lot of melon slices. But I have found out that I have a little problem with the system, because not actually a problem, but something that I could do better. Because over here I have one hopper line, which will lead all of these 3 farms stuff into all of these chests. But the problem is that these get filled up very quickly, and the majority of things filling everything up is melon slices. So I have a little system ready to get installed on every single little floor of this farm, which will sort all of the melon slices away, so there will be no melon slices in these chests. So if I put some melons in here, some melon slices, actually, no, not some melons, melon slices, I'll just take a stack. Imagine this comes from the item sorters that I will, okay, so I will have some item sorters going out here, so the melon slices will get sorted away from all of the pumpkins, from all of these 3 levels, and they will then be going into this hopper. And when that happens, the hoppers, these will then get shot out here, and I will get them slowly. That actually ain't enough when I think about it. That's too slow. I then jumped into a creative test world, and it kinda got a little out of hand. Here we have a small item sorter, which will sort off the melons from the pumpkin slices, which are also grown in here. So as you can see, they are slowly getting spit out here by this dropper. Here, the melon slices are getting spit out by this dropper. Both of these cool little waterways, they will both go to here. The pumpkins, which are getting spit out here, will travel this way into this. Here the pumpkins will be put in, and thrown down there, and I will come back to these pumpkins, but not now, because I will show you what happens to the melon slices. Because over here we have the melons, and it goes down here into here, where they at this moment are stockpiling, piling up, because I have locked the hoppers. But I just open this, and what you will see is that the melon slices will go down here, and what they then do is that this little system that I created will sort them out into these two chests, almost equally, so almost 50-50. What will then happen is that these two chests are also sorted into sorted into 4 chests, and they are at this moment also locked, because I will show you what happens later. Actually, I will show you what happens in a moment. So here we have all of these systems. It basically does that. It switches between these 2 hoppers and powering these 2 hoppers. So when this hopper's on, this hopper's off, and it does that by using this hopper clock. And it then does this. And I just realized that I could just put a hopper clock here and some comparatives into this, so I don't need all of this. But I'll do that later, and I'll try that now. Wait. I see now that the old one was kinda overcomplicated, so now I can turn this on, and it will sort out the different items which are here, and should get divided into 4ths. And after all of this sorting and this mini farm and all of this, you can check on the other side, because on the other side this is here. And that is basically some auto droppers, and all these droppers are dropping items up through these water streams and into this kind of bridge. And if you don't know, this bridge reminded me. Of course, you don't know. This bridge kind of reminded me of some kind of bridge from a rocket. You know, those rocket launches. And so, of course, I built this. This is my melon rocket, and I am very proud of it. Here we have a, what should I call it? Okay, I can call it the Melon Rocket 2000. Yeah, that's perfect. I can start by showing you how it works. So in here, we have a large tube with just dispensers. Actually, it doesn't need to be dispensers. It actually would be much cheaper if I used droppers. So I'll do that when I build it on the KiwiFields server. So in here, we have a lot of dispensers. And these dispensers are getting filled up with melon slices from this storage, which basically is just the hoppers. These are where the melon slices go in. So when a melon slice gets dispensed out here, it goes into this water stream and up through this tube and into here and into this hopper. It then continues down all the way into this chest, out of this chest, into this chest, out of this chest, into these hoppers, into all of these dispensers. So all of these dispensers are getting filled up by the system over here. And that is happening to them all. And then if I flip this lever, there are some sticky pistons down here. All of these sticky pistons extend up, which will turn on all of these observers, which will make an observer clock, which will of course rapidly dispense out items from this place, I can show you. So if I turn on this lever, actually, I'll go in here. No, I'll stay out. So if I turn on this lever, a lot of items down here will get dispensed. Okay, I had that on for, I think, 3 seconds. That is a lot of items getting dispensed in 3 seconds. So these items will get dispensed, and then what I will do is that I will stand here, floor, and I will craft up melons like that. If there are any melons, as you can see, there are a lot of melons which are not actually picked up by my character, because there are maybe too many. They will get picked up by this hopper, and what they then will do is that they will continue down through this place and get dispensed out here. They then take the whole journey back into here, where they should get dispensed, but they of course do not, because I have made a flaw in the system. Wait, like that, and like that, and then they get dispensed up here into this tube that you saw before, and they will then get dropped down here into the normal line, and they then will get sorted and divided into those 4 chests again. You can see that these melon slices are getting dispensed into these tubes, and then getting fed into this rocket, and it's so cool to look at. Look at it. Look how many melon slices there are there. And they then get put into here and fed into here. You might have noticed that I have a chest here. What I use this chest for is, I use this chest to, what's it called? I use it to put all of my melons in. They then slowly get taken out of the chest and gets dispensed into here. This will be my storage silo. As you can see, that is a pretty great looking silo. I showed you that these pumpkins, the pumpkins which are being made by this farm as well, they are of course also getting to go somewhere. And as you can see here, if I just follow this, they go through here and into here, down through this tube, all the way here, and also go down to where the melons go up. So there will, other than melons, there will also be pumpkins. And then I have my pumpkins here and my melons here, which is perfect. This took me so long to make. But this is what I will be making in on the KiwiFields server. And finally, we can go back to KiwiFields. Now that that's been dealt with, let's begin building the trading halls. So I imagine that we will have, as I said before, we'll have two halls. One here where I'll imagine that I can have one side of the hall just be farmers. Then I can have, I think this hall can be reserved for just farmers. Just librarians. And then I can have the right side of this hall to be everything else. So it can be some toolsmiths and some what are they called? Masons. Because masons, they give you quartz. So if you get some masons, you can get unlimited quartz, which is pretty good, because if you don't have the time or patience for just mining around in the nether, then you can just go ahead and trade with the mason. Then you can just go ahead and trade with the masons, which is pretty useful. So I imagine that the design will be not redstone at all. In contrast to everything else here. For example, I have a big redstone here, big redstone here, my redstoney, just a lot of farms actually. So I imagine that this here will be not redstone at all. So I think that I can have one singular like splitter, I have installed a fabric mod, which would tell me if monsters can spawn where I am at. So if I hit F7, yeah, look, then it makes these small crosses where monsters can spawn. So I can just go ahead and do that, and then monsters can't spawn there. So I will have this singular line, or kind of splitter. I'll just get some more stone, wait, so I can show you. Here, that will be enough. I hope so, at least. So I'll have this singular splitter, maybe not as far into here, maybe I'll just... That will be enough. So just go ahead and count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 34. So I'll just take out these 4 blocks, and then it is exactly 30. And then if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So these 2 blocks are exactly in the middle. So now I should have 2 lines of blocks which should be equal length. So what I will have is that I will have these small trading holes. So I have these long lines, and I will leave the space here because then I can. That means that I don't need to go around this everything to just go to the other side. So I'll have it will be easier for me to go around and navigate. So I'll end up having something that looks kind of like this layout. So I will have my farmers at this side, my librarians over here on this trading hall, and then at these spaces I'll probably have some masons and toolsmiths, and I think there's a class called armorer. I'm not sure, but I'll take something in that direction. Actually, I will go ahead and start building this. I have checked for this area. It does not spawn. Nothing can spawn here, but I will probably start filling out these cells, prison cells, I would probably call them. Maybe I could do a prison layout, actually. That could be funny. So this is my prison, and all these are my inmates, and I will be the warden. That could be funny. So I will start by building up all of these cells, and maybe I can get my hands on some iron bars and actually make this look really prison-like, and that could be funny. Okay, so I'll build I'll build a giant prison here, and the walls can probably be made out of this. This kind of looks like concrete. Actually, I don't think that the Minecraft concrete block actually looks like concrete. I don't know why, but there's something too untextured about it. So it's kind of too clean to be concrete. So I actually think that the smooth stone block actually looks a little more like concrete. I don't know why. So I will make my prison out of concrete, like this kind of smooth stone. So I will start up building the cells, and let's get to work. So I've now built the base for all of the cells, and I am in the middle of trying to find a design. So over here I have a more detailed design, and here I have a more, what can I call it? Simple and not as detailed as this one. But this one is kinda, I think, it can't be thought of maybe too detailed. And this is maybe the way to go. But I am not sure. So, I'll just think about that. I think I'll go with this one. So, so I'll go ahead and craft a lot of iron bars up and a lot of stone walls, and I will go ahead and put all of this here. I will, of course, not have this here, so I can put in the villages. Yeah. So, see you when I've done that. And, that will probably take an hour. About 2 hours later, that has now been made, and I am actually finished with my trading hall. As you can see, I have over here everything, every single cell ready for a villager. So as I said before, I will maybe have this whole section. I think I will actually get my hands on some signs, and there I will like give the blocks names. Like this can be block A, and this can be block B, and this can be block C, and this can be block D. As you can see, I've actually already been taking in these villages. You might see I'm in level 25, and that is because I have been trading with these villagers, and they of course give me levels when I do that. So almost all of my tools are fully mended up, and that is great. I have a problem though with the villagers, because this here prevents me from these 2 blocks, actually half in a block. They prevent me from getting all of the XP. So around the back, I have a temporary solution where I just can stand here at the corner, and then I can get the XP, which will pass through the walls. Also, if I lose it, if I accidentally drop anything in here, I can also pick it up there. I think I'll have a minecart rail here, going through here. Then when I want to collect the XP and the items that I might have dropped, I will be able to. What's it called? I will be able to run around here and get it. I should probably show you my new AFK area, because of course these cells blocked the old entrance. So I have now made this. It's a little bigger and more compact. And there are 6 chests, different types of items. So I will of course take these smooth stone blocks, and I will take this here, and then I will start to mine out the floor. Like, yeah, I like that look. Okay, so this will at some point be the entire floor, so it will be just smooth stone, and will of course make it look a little more boring. Or I could wait. I have an idea. Wait. Just imagine it will be around here somewhere. That actually looks pretty cool. Put a furnace there. There. So I'll get these cracked stone bricks. And I think if I mix those in, like so, one there, that looks awesome, actually. Maybe, yeah, that looks way better than just smooth stone, and it gives some contrast to the walls. So I'll do that instead, and I'll put in some cracked stone bricks, and that will be how the floor will look, instead of just having this floor. So I will go ahead and move these villagers to their respective rooms and places, and I will give the blocks some names, and we'll see each other on the other side. So that has now been done. Over here we also have this extra farmer. I just realized that I forgot to name them, name the blocks. Perfect. Like that. And then we have the different block names. I have managed to do a lot of things in this episode, and I am very proud of finally also being able to trade and do anything like this. As you can see, I am in level 30, and all of my things are leveled. are mended up. All my tools are mended up. But I will of course be filling up the entire block D with farmers, and I will then be able to trade melons with them and get levels and of course emeralds. So that, my ladies and gents, will be the last things I will tell you in this episode, because I am ending it right here because I am running out of time. So that will be my episode. And if you like my episode, remember to subscribe and like and comment all that algorithm crap. And then I will of course see you in the next episode. Bye.